Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Kincaid or IceRink5am here, and welcome to another Call of Duty Ghost weapon comparison video. Now, before we begin, I'll go ahead and talk about the Christmas item in yesterday's video. There was a Christmas present that quickly popped up as I aimed in with my sniper scope. Be sure to look for the Christmas item in today's video, and I do hope you enjoy. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into this weapon comparison. In today's video, we'll be talking about the Bizon and the Vepr, and these are two of the less commonly seen submachine guns in Call of Duty Ghosts, although some people do use them on the smaller maps. So to start us off, the Bizon is unlocked by default, costing 0 squad points, whereas the Vepr actually costs quite a bit at 8, so this is definitely an upside for the Bizon. Now moving forward, the Bizon has a smaller mag than the Vepr at 36 standard or 54 extended, whereas the Vepr has the largest magazine size of the submachine guns at 42 standard or a massive 63 extended. Not only is the Vepr's magazine larger, but it actually reloads quicker than the Bizon as well. The Bizon will take 3 seconds to reload with bullets in the clip or 3.8 empty, and the reload cancel time is 1.93 seconds. As for the Vepr, every one of these times is just slightly faster at 2.96 seconds loaded, 3.7 seconds empty, or 1.77 seconds for the reload cancel. Obviously, the differences are very minor, but it could mean life or death in a couple situations. Moving on to fire rate, the Bizon fires like a champion at 937 rounds standard or 1,102 rounds per minute with the rapid fire attachment, which is actually pretty valid as I use rapid fire on this weapon quite a lot. As for the Vepr, it's still very fast, but not quite as fast as the Bizon at 882 rounds normal or 1038 with the rapid fire attachment. Although it looks much different when you're aiming down the sights, the Bizon is actually quite similar to the PP90 M1 from Modern Warfare 3, and the Vepr is unlike any SMG we've really seen before. Now, something very interesting about these weapons is the fact that the Vepr has a slower ADS time than all of the other submachine guns. The Bizon and all other SMGs will aim down sights in 1/5 of a second, whereas the Vepr will actually take a 1/4 of a second. Again, these milliseconds might seem minor, but in all honesty, this will mean life or death in lots of longer range situations. Now, taking a look at the iron sights for these weapons, they are both quite clear, but the Bizon has a little bit more of a bulky stock and it blocks your vision just a little bit more than the Vepr, and the Vepr has solid iron sights all around. So, although both are solid, this category goes to the Vepr. Now moving on to damage, the Bizon has a damage of 42 to 17, killing in 3 to 6 shots, whereas the Vepr has a damage of 35 to 20, killing in 3 to 5 shots. Now once the 3-shot range of these weapons ends, the Vepr always has the upper hand on the Bizon. The Bizon actually drops from 3 to 6 shots over the span of just 4 meters, which really isn't a lot at all. So once you leave the 3-shot range of the Bizon, you're going to have a hard time getting kills, where at the Vepr you've still got a shot. Now with these damages being shown, moving on to time to kill, the Bizon is going to have a quicker time to kill at short and medium range, whereas the Vepr will take the cake at long range. After using both of these weapons a fair amount, I think it's quite clear how dominant the Bizon is to the Vepr at close range, but it's definitely noticeable that it's hard to get kills with the Bizon at long range, whereas the Vepr still stays strong. Now both the Bizon and the Vepr have a 1.5 times headshot multiplier. Since the Bizon has a higher damage at close range, all you need is 1 bullet to the body and 1 bullet to the head to get a kill, whereas the Vepr requires both shots to the head to get the kill. Now as you move farther back, typically it's going to take multiple shots to the head and you will kill in 1 less bullet. Finally, we'll go ahead and take a look at the recoil for these weapons. As we can tell, the Bizon has a very consistent, extremely high vertical recoil that you're definitely going to need to get under control. As for the Vepr, it's typically vertical, not quite as consistent, but definitely lower recoil than the Bizon and easier to control. Although these weapons will both be used at close range, so it shouldn't matter too much, if you get into long range engagements, the Vepr will definitely have less trouble in the recoil category. So overall, the Bizon has the upper hand on the Vepr in terms of squad point cost, fire rate, ADS speed, damage at close range, and time to kill, whereas the Vepr has the upper hand on the Bizon in magazine size, reload speed, its iron sights, damage at long range, and the recoil, and both of these weapons have the same headshot multiplier. With this being said, the Bizon is definitely the better weapon for hardcore rushing playstyles on close range maps like Strike Zone, but it will struggle greatly at medium to long range. The Vepr, on the other hand, is still very solid at close quarters combat, but it doesn't dominate like the Bizon. It's definitely the overall rushing weapon, as it's better in more areas, but it's the best in none. So guys, with that being said, I do hope that helps you choose which weapon to use and which weapon to unlock depending on your playstyle. That pretty much sums up this weapon comparison video, and I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to click that like button as it took me quite a few hours to edit. Also, go ahead and leave in the comment section below where you found the Christmas item and what weapons you would like to see compared next. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. On the left is an edit of the MSMC in Call of Duty Ghosts, and on the right is a gold MTRX class setup video.
I can feel the love, can you feel it too? I can feel it.